When we look at our country, our world, today the polarization of our species is becoming more and more extreme. Each day, glaring headlines blast out opposing views to current events, and social media algorithms have exacerbated this by building smaller and smaller bubbles for users. Today's students will soon be tomorrow's adults, tasked with solving the wicked problems that past generations have created. If we hope for them to be successful with this burden, then we must help develop both their creative thinking skills and their ability to empathize with others. So, how might we help provide a space for our students to create while simultaneously developing their capacity for empathy? We need to provide them with opportunities to design for others. This year, I was given the opportunity to create a brand new creativity elective for all of the students at the Campbell School of Innovation. For my LE project, I chose to specifically focus on the curriculum I designed for my 6th and 7th grade students, an introduction to graphic design, hoping to help my students develop their digital communication skills. And while we did learn about graphic design, I also made a point to ensure that for each project, they were designing for someone other than themselves. While I wanted my students to continue to grow creatively, I also wanted them to develop their capacity for empathy and understanding the perspectives of others. We began with a project that allowed them to express themselves, but also forced them to look past their own interests. After watching Roman Mars's TED Talk, Why City Flags May Be the Worst Designed Things You've Never Noticed, students then needed to design a flag that represented their family, taking into account the 5 rules that Roman shares in his TED Talk. And, as children often do, they amazed me with their designs. Our next project not only required my students to tap into their empathy, but also, hopefully, showed them how these new skills can be used to help others. We partnered with local animal shelters to create trading cards for the animals up for adoption. We launched the project by meeting virtually with the organizations to learn more about what they do and how graphic design and marketing helps the animals they save. Once students were done designing their cards, I shared them with the shelters, who then posted them on their social media sites and on the animals' pens at the shelter. For our final project, we are focusing on learning the basics of figure drawing. My students will then apply these skills by designing superheroes for the kindergartners on our campus, beginning with interviewing their client to help inform their design choices. So, as we prepare our students for an unknown future, we must strive to not only help them grow academically, but to develop their ability to think creatively and empathetically.